All right, welcome to Bible Study Help with Rev Bruce. I am going to go through something that a lot of people end up using in Bible study, and that's the Bible Concordance. And you may have one in the back of your Bible, and what happens is, if it's in the back of your study Bible, there's just not enough room for all the information that's usually there in what's known as the Strong's Exhaustive Concordance. And then you could have something like this, which is the layman's quick reference concordance, and it just doesn't contain enough. It's small, compact, but it doesn't contain enough. What you want to access, and will access today, is the concordance and the lexicon through Biblehub.com. And with Biblehub.com, you'll have access to it online as opposed to in print or in paperback or hardcover. The full Strong's Exhaustive Concordance is bigger than a telephone book and heavier than that, and going through that still may not give you all of the reference points that you want in easy access like you can find on sites like Bible Hub. And so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take you through Bible Hub and how to access the Bible Concordance and how to utilize it in order to find some simple, even complicated words that we might usually see in our Bible study. And don't forget, this is Bible Study Help. This is just where we go over tools, tips, and technology, as well as techniques on how to study the Bible. And today, we are going to go through how to access and use the Bible Concordance online with Bible Hub. So here we go. As we see it, right, we see that the main page of Bible Hub gives us a view of the site, and it also has in this area where you can see the parallel Bible, right? You can get sermons, you can get topical studies, you can get the Strong's number, right? You get commentary, the interlinear Bible, the Hebrew, and the lexicon. And so what we're going to do here is simply take this and we're going to go first to Strong's numbers. And what you'll see is it'll naturally default to Genesis chapter 1. And so the Strong's, right, is Strong's lexicon, right? And it'll naturally default to Genesis 1 and 1, right? If I wanted to change scriptures, I would do that up here, right? The book as well as the chapter and verse. And here it is. And what we're looking for is God. We're looking for God. And Genesis 1 and 1, in the beginning, the first phrase, right? And then we get to God. And God here is broken down as Elohim. It's a noun, masculine, plural. And the Strong's number for that is Strong's 430. And we see the definition as it is in the Hebrew. Okay? And so let me take that back up here. And let's look at this in the interlinear, right? And that'll include, right, how it is, right, for verse 1 of chapter 1 in Genesis, right, in the original language, right? And we find God, here it is, the Strong's number, Elohim, and when I highlight it, it brings up the Strong's number, okay? And so that's another way to access the Strong's number and the concordance in the interlinear version. Well, let's say we want to see it in another context. Let's look at it in Hebrew. Genesis 1 and 1. In the beginning, created Elohim, right? We're back to the Strong's number again, right? If I click this, it'll take me to the Strong's page. And so this gives us right here a simple, accessible strategy for reaching, right, the concordance online via Biblehub.com. Can you see it on other websites? Certainly. Why did I choose this one? Let's think about it. This one I chose simply because of its format and layout. It's easy, right? It's right here, all in front of you. It's easy to follow. It's easy to go through. There's nothing that is hidden. You don't have to search for it. You don't have to look for symbols. It's all right here in the layout. You've got your different versions and translations of the Bible right here. If I want to change text, I can go here, right? If I want to change the chapter and verse, I can go here. And it's all accessible and viewable right there. And that's what I like about it. And that's what, for me, seems to work about it. It's a great library. It's an extensive library. And you can use this, right, when you're studying the Bible and you can't find a word, because as we see here in Genesis chapter 1 and 1, God is not Yahweh. God is not the Lord, Adonai. And God is Elohim. And Elohim, as we saw, was a plural word, right? And this shows you that it occurs 680 times, right? And not only is it plural, but it also breaks down the divine ones, the judges, right? It shows you how it's used, and it breaks it down as the true God, right? God, okay? And we have to keep that in mind as we study this, okay? And so this is truly another aspect of studying the Bible that gives us a clearer picture of what's actually in the text and how it's written and how it's supposed to be read, as opposed to the translations that we might get and how they fit and what they sound like. And so don't be thrown off when you might think, for instance, in this case, that Genesis 1 and 1 was attributed to God in another sense. And now you see that it's attributed to Elohim, the name of God, right? The true and living God, not Yahweh or Jehovah, the God of Israel. And that's from Genesis 1 and 1. When you look in Genesis chapter 2, God appears in another name. And so utilizing the Concordance, the Hebrew lexicon, and also utilizing the interlinear Bible, those give you access, right, to the Strong's number. And the Strong's number gives you not only the number of occurrences in the Bible where that word is utilized, but also how that word is utilized. And that should be helpful to you. All right. So keep that in mind as you go forward. This is a study help. This is with Biblehub.com, which is a great resource. And I also want you to keep in mind that Bible study help, like I said, we work with you on tools, tips, techniques, and technology. And this is one of the tools that's also part of technology that can help you in your Bible study. And so as you study, make sure that you're clear on what you're studying. What's the message? What's the main point? How are words utilized? How are words connected? Where are the words that the Bible translators inserted or omitted? And how do they fit or don't fit into the original language and translation of the Bible that we have today? And does the message come across clearer in your study as you go deeper into the Word? Today we learned Genesis 1 and 1 is Elohim. That was God. That was the 3 in 1. That was the triune God. That was the plural of God. And so when we see later of God saying, come let us, right? Come let us make man in our own image. We can understand that because guess what? It has to be plural for it to be us. Think about that. Listen, this has been Bible Study Help. Don't forget, you can always check out Live at Lunch Bible Study on Wednesdays, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on this YouTube channel. And we've got something going on at this time, the Jeremiah Journey, week by week, chapter by chapter of the 52 chapters of Jeremiah that we're going through in 2021. Hey, this has been Bible Study Help. Have a great day. Enjoy yourself. God bless.